Thanks for coming in and coming on the show.
Well, what I was saying before when I just got in is how nice it is to not have to worry about you like killing me. And this is the first time I've ever been in here without you giving me a tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been getting tattooed by you now for how many years? I mean, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
So
while.
this is the first time that we like haven't done that and just been able to like chill. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. My wife is enjoying it. I'm focused more and everything like that on doing this. And I love talking to people. I love hearing stories. And I talk to a lot of people about a lot of different things. And I don't want to just talk about one whole thing in general, but I want to hear people's stories. I want to hear your story. Now, I know you're a recovering heroin addict.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to hear. How did you overcome all that shit?
Okay. So it's kind of crazy that you're asking me about this right now because I used to NA, Narcotics Anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
That's really, if I had to say, like, how did I actually stop and like get a life? It was from NA. But I don't really do that anymore. And so it's kind of interesting that you asked because I definitely I kind of left the recovery community and did it like I'm doing things a little differently now that some people would say like, like I still like I'll smoke weed and drink now. But I did 7 years without drinking, smoking weed. I wouldn't even take Advil.
Really?
And that was like the only way. I mean, I had to stop literally everything. I had to move, change my friends. I mean, absolutely every single thing that I was doing when I was doing heroin, I had to stop. And then do something entirely different by going to NA.
Yeah. Were you afraid of relapsing? Is that what it was?
I relapsed a million bazillion times. Oh my God. Well, and then I was coming up on 7 years just last year. I kind of think I told you about that, but I was coming up on 7 years with nothing. And then when I was with my ex-husband, he started relapsing.
Oh, no shit.
And so that's how I didn't go back to heroin. But I mean, I definitely dabbled for a couple months in some stronger things that I probably shouldn't have been dabbling in,
How did you like, when was your breaking point?
Oh gosh. Well, so I was, you guys, it's so funny. I asked Philly, I was like, so I can talk about everything because like my life, I mean, breaking points, I've had many of them. I mean, but I think I wanted to get clean the first time when I left my first abusive boyfriend who went to prison for trying to kill me. Every story in my life. I don't know if it's like generational trauma or like I don't know what it is, but I always date really bad people for me. They're not okay. Let me rephrase because they're not bad people, but I always go for like the people with a lot of demons. Like they have demons, they have troubles, and I guess I feel like I'm gonna like save them or something.
Right.
And then so the first time I got clean and really did that long stint of recovery was when my ex went to prison, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna die at this point. I was physically addicted, which is, if you've ever been physically addicted to a drug, it's absolutely horrific. So that was really a breaking point, was just being so tired of being physically ill.
Yeah.
But like NA put me on a really good trajectory. But I just I kind of outgrew. I mean, I grew up. Like I'm 31 now. I was like in my early 20s when I was doing hardcore drugs. Like I'm a mom of 3 now. I can't be I can't be acting a fool anymore.
Now, you say your ex-husband now?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's recovering addict too, or what's?
Oh, Jesus, Philly, it's so much. It's like, so when I met him, he was working a program and had friends in recovery, but
back a little bit. Yeah, okay. You go.
A lot of guys I notice like in recovery, they struggle with getting vulnerable and like doing the work. Like a lot of men have a hard time with starting over and in NA, they say that you have to have a sponsor and work steps, and that requires a lot of vulnerability, and not everybody is like really open to doing that. For instance, my ex-husband, he will not open up about what's really inside and what really, these triggers that he has, because he's incredibly, he's got a lot of stuff. He's got anger and stuff like that.
what was your choice of, you know, I guess you were shooting
Oh
up
yeah.
big time,
Hmm.
huh?
I had Hep C.
No shit.
Yeah. No, I was really like, and this was back, I mean, now it's a little different, but 10, 12 years ago, I mean, it was all first, it was like pills, blues, and then, heroin there wasn't really fentanyl in heroin when I was doing it.
Dude.
Like I can't believe I would have absolutely died if I was doing what it is now. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Now it's just in everything.
So I just did a short little podcast the other day, and it's just a little 20-minute video,
Yeah.
and I did it strictly for YouTube, and talking about my hometown of Philly. I grew up in
I have
and
friends in Philly. They say I have recovery friends in Philly.
I
It's horrific.
it so Ben Shapiro, he did a little documentary on Kensington. That's where a lot of my family came from.
Oh, really?
If you go down Kensington Avenue right now, it looks like a fucking war zone. I mean, it's so bad. There's people, I guess they're calling it fentanyl, the zombie drug.
Yeah.
And it's laced with this I guess this animal drug or some shit like that, track.
Oh,
And these guys are shooting this shit up right there on the fucking streets, and they're just hunched the fuck over.
it's really sad because all those people are probably such good people too, but they're straight they're so far down that it would take not everybody's gonna ever not everybody can get clean.
Yeah.
What do they say? They say in NA a lot. It's not always the people who need it; it's the people who want it.
Right.
And a lot of those people,
they don't want it yet.
They either don't want to do the work or they don't have a lot of resources. I mean, I'm very lucky. Like my parents are so great to me. Shout out to my parents. Like I have the best freaking family. Not everybody has that either.
Yeah. So your ex now.
Oh yeah, he just overdosed on fentanyl just a couple weekends ago. Was rushed to the hospital and everything. I mean, it's like in absolutely everything.
No shit.
So there's like a huge, we're really not, I mean, we were trying to co-parent, but now, I mean, that's another topic, co-parenting. Shout out to everybody who co-parents. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Man. I know my life is such a mess, guys. Like it's such a mess.
I just can't I've never been one to be, I drink. I like my beer. I love my beer. I vape my light nicotine. That's it. I quit cigarettes actually, my wife and I were it's been over 3 years and a couple days now since we've smoked cigarettes, and
I remember when you said you were quitting. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been 3 years, man. And my wife and I, and we just do the light nicotine vape. I know it's not as good for you.
Well, it's better than tobacco.
But yeah, I mean, I can actually breathe better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like winded, out of breath. I can run again. I can do those things.
When was the last time you ran?
We have a treadmill in our living room. I'll run on the treadmill. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Or I chase the kids or some shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little bastards, get back here. No. But so.
Well,
okay.
So he's not doing the best, and that's another reason I sold. I had my 5-acre property. I sold. We had to sell that because I can't take care of 5 acres and 3 kids by myself. But no, there's been I feel like I've really. I don't know what it is. On the way here, I was thinking, like, what is it? Obviously, it's me. Obviously, there's something seriously wrong with me because I, put myself in these positions always that are not the best.
Right.
Obviously, I'm doing a lot better now. My kids have saved. I mean, my kids really saved me in a way.
Yeah.
They keep me
as sane as possible.
Well, I'm insane just in a completely different way. Like insane, like I have laundry and dishes to do and like normal insane things. I deal with like normal insane things now.
So
I guess. Yeah, I don't know about all that either, but
I just what did it just happen? Did it start in school? Like, did it just kind of trickle from there? Did you just like,
I had
what possessed you to stick a fucking needle in your arm?
Dude, well, I think so. A lot of it is my feelings. Like, I don't want to feel anything
Right.
sometimes. Not good, bad. Like a lot of it is feelings, and then a lot of it is like when I was younger, I dealt with some like SA stuff, like sexual assault. I dealt with some stuff like that, and I've always dated guys, like I said, who were abusive, and I feel like they're just got to a point where I was just done feeling.
No shit.
Yeah. And but I mean, I've come to a very different place now. Like I said, like I don't do NA anymore like I used to. But if it wasn't for NA, I wouldn't be here. Straight up.
Really?
Oh yeah, like anybody who needs to get clean needs to go to a 12-step program.
Did they hit you with an intervention? Your family?
Oh, many of them, sure. Maybe not like quite like the TV show or any,
Right.
but absolutely. I've been to freaking 10 different rehabs, I think.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, yeah, it took me a long time, but my kids have never seen me high. Not on anything. I mean, not like I said, I smoke a little weed to go to sleep sometimes, but
Does that ever bother you like that? I know, a lot of people use weed for a lot of
Oh,
good
yeah.
things, for
Sure.
anxiety and uh pain relief, cancer, stuff like that.
Well, a lot of things, weed does not make me want to stick a needle in my arm.
Okay.
No. Um, there was a time in my life where I think it was probably good that I didn't do anything because it would have been a little too close, like it would have
Right.
just been too tempting.
Okay.
But I spent 7 years completely away from that entire lifestyle. And so now I don't have any desire to like be a fuck up anymore.
Yeah. Do you get worried about taking like pain medication or anything
Oh,
like
I
that?
won't. Yeah, I don't really do that.
You don't do any of that shit?
No.
That's good.
No, definitely not.
I know.
I mean,
not.
if I had some crazy surgery or something and I needed it, I would do it. But I certainly am way more vigilant with that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time taking any type of medication. I get yelled at by my wife.
She's a good wife.
She
That's
is.
okay.
She's like,
It's
you
her
need
job.
to go to the doctor. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh god. And then
Well, that's how a lot of people do get addicted, though.
yeah.
I mean, for instance, because I was just talking so much shit about my ex-husband just then. I mean, he didn't just start off putting a needle in his arm either. I mean, he hurt his back really bad at work years and years and years ago, but way before I even knew him. And so started taking whatever they, oxys, perks, whatever they are. And
that's
it
like
just went down a really bad rabbit hole.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I have family members that had major back issues and operations to where I mean their fucking back looks like Frankenstein. And taking those oxycodines,
you'll
the
get really addicted
Oxycontin,
to that.
and man, but then he learned from somebody how to get a quick high on them instead of swallowing them, and it honestly like
Snorting it.
no, he just quick chewed them, and
Oh,
then
jeez.
he
I
chewed them
can
real quick
taste
just
it.
to get that fast high on them, and then it disappears in a matter of minutes instead of
yeah.
it being in the system and sporadically,
Well, that's
going
why
through the stream.
that's why you put a needle in your arm. Like it's a whole different experience.
No shit. Like
Yeah.
what?
It's not. You don't. It's an instant gratification type high, and that's for people like me and millions of other people. You don't want to. You want to feel better immediately, especially if you're dope sick.
Yeah.
Then it's like, then we're really talking. I have to get high because I'm not feeling good. Like I'm really not feeling good. So there's a lot of different layers to addiction.
How bad were you with it?
Oh, that was bad.
Really?
Yes.
Damn, man.
But I mean, what do they say? Like, I wouldn't have probably found God quite like I did if it wasn't for that. I mean, now being on the other side in hindsight, of course, I've learned a lot and I've grown a lot, and I'm grateful for having that part of my life because I feel I can have a better awareness with my kids because, this is like something that people say is a genetic thing. I mean, I worry about my kids, just like having that inside of them,
Right.
Especially with, both my kids' fathers have it inside of them too. So it's there, we're all, so I have a really good awareness now. Like my kids are not gonna, there's no rough raft with my kids as they get older. Like I will know what's going on and you won't be able to manipulate me.
Yeah.
Cause I know.
Now you're okay. So your ex overdosed a couple weeks ago, and are you in contact with him at all, or what's going?
Well, right now, legally, no,
No.
no, no, because he always acts like a crazy person. Like,
Oh shit.
just always wants to act like a crazy person. And of course, if he heard this, he'd be like, "This bitch." Like, there's always two. What is it? There's
There's
two sides, and then the
every
truth.
story. Yep.
I am not a perfect person. I am not a perfect person, but I'm a damn good mom, and I'm not a liar, and I do the right thing even when no one's looking. And he is not that person. And I outgrew him, and I think I've outgrown him for years now. But we try for the kids, or we try for because it's comfortable, or we try for all millions of types of reasons. But it's just so toxic, and I've got to grow the fuck up and
Now,
accept.
now
that.
you met him in rehab
No, I did
or
not.
through
Well,
recovery.
in NA through recovery.
Did you ever think to yourself like dating somebody who's gone through the same shit that you've gone through is a dumb idea?
Well, so that's another thing people say too is like when you're in the rooms, they say like, do you want to date somebody who's also in the rooms? Because, you could both, you know, influence each other to go one way, or you could both be working on on yourselves individually to where you could have a really good relationship if you're doing the work. And there were years, I mean, my two kids were born. There was years where everything was fine. But I think mental health and addiction go hand in hand a lot too.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot of mental health issues. And my God, so do I, but I take medicine. So I take Lexapro. Shout out to Lexapro.
Oh my God.
I need Lexapro so bad.
Holy shit, Kat.
I know. I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to go to Philly's office and do a podcast. And she was like, oh gosh. No, I mean, my life's absolutely insane. And I would love a little bit less chaos, but it's always been like this. Like my life's always been like this.
No, nobody's fucking perfect.
Nobody's perfect. And if I can at least bring awareness to certain situations, and I'm not a junkie right now. I have my new business. Like I've done a lot of good things. I have a great family, a new house. I try to remain really grateful, but I've gone a lot of different routes in my life.
Well, I mean, you've overcome some shit, and now you're moving forward. You're looking to the future.
I'm
right?
trying, yeah.
And okay, so you just finished up school.
So I went back to school when Tyler was in. So he was in rehab for like 45 days. And I was like, okay, I've got to do something. Like, I can't rely on my baby daddies to really like help. I am going to have to just like get a different type of job. I mean, I managed a tanning salon and stuff, but with 3 kids, it's hard for me to have a 9 to 5. It's hard for me to have some regular job. Hence why I did my OnlyFans.
Oh, shit.
That's where OnlyFans comes in, because I have 3 kids and I want to make good money for them. I want to be able to take them places and buy them the things they want. And how am I going to do that working at, for $15 an hour?
Right.
I mean, seriously. So I did OnlyFans I only did it for like 8 months, but man, no one will forget it.
Oh my God.
No one will let me live. I mean, no one, it was great.
Did you make good money?
Yes, I made great money, but you have to
What are you sending? Like fucking.
No, I never did. I never did the feet thing or anything.
No feet shots or anything like that, man.
Well, I just no. I've never done the feet thing. Right? No, I just like I would just send people whatever, like nudes or videos or whatever, and it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, and I started that because Tyler had an affair when I was pregnant after we got married.
No shit.
And so I started it because I was like, I was in the worst place of my life. Like, my husband, who I just married, had an affair. And so I was just, what can I do to make me feel good, right? I was clean. There we go back to the feelings. What can I do to make me feel better? And so I thought about OnlyFans, and it was great. I mean, I had no negative experience with OnlyFans. It was great. It really was. I was very safe about it. I didn't meet anybody or anything like that. We just talked online, and I made some money, and some of the guys were very nice. And sometimes I still will get on Snapchat and get an extra $50 or something here and there. So
oh my God. I've seen videos on people that have talked about some of these girls that do this, and like some of these chicks, man,
they make. Oh, please. I never made. Oh yeah, I never made anything like that.
Buku bucks, man.
Oh,
Buku
yeah.
bucks.
And they're awesome women who are so smart. Like they're and let me tell you, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of work to constantly be on your phone and maintaining relationships with people, getting ready and I mean getting the whole thing, it's not user friendly. Like the whole website itself is super confusing to use. And yeah, you have to get approved and put your license in. I mean, you not just anybody can, like, yeah, it's a real job. I mean, 1099s and all. I mean, so it's a real deal thing.
No shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Damn.
I know. I mean, anybody could, if anybody could do it. They just have to not be afraid to advertise, and that's where like I didn't care about
You just
telling.
put it out
I
there.
didn't
You're
care.
like, fuck it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I didn't care if that people knew that I showed my titties online. Like I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Some people really,
Took offense to it.
Well, oh, please.
How'd your parents think of that? I didn't raise you this way.
I
blah, blah, blah.
I told you my mom's really awesome. My mom and I are very close.
Yeah.
Very, very, very close. And so I just went up to my mom one day and I was like, I just want to try this. You know, and I just told her like that I was going to do it. Like there was no, I didn't want to be secretive about it because then it's hard to be successful because I either can't show my face or I don't know. It's just, I didn't want to be secretive about it. I don't like living like that. I want to be ashamed of what I do or, so I was just like, I'm going to try this out.
So what do you would record content?
Yeah.
Did you edit it and stuff like that? Or was it like a live thing?
I never did. I never like went on live. I was a little nervous to do that.
So you would record,
but I would record
edit
it
and stuff like that?
and then send things or, yeah.
That's crazy, man. I know, because like I've watched other people talk about this shit online, and it's just like I this one girl, it was making millions of dollars doing this shit, and I'm like,
I'm about to fucking do it again, damn it. No, but I did. I'll tell you, I stopped doing OnlyFans because after those 8 months, I was like, here's the deal. I'm either going to go this route and try to like get into porn, and like, I mean, I was either going to go that route or I was going to go a completely different route, and there was definitely my view changed. Like something changed when I was pregnant with my third child. And I was like, I just really don't know if this is really what's going to like fulfill, like, is this really going to fulfill me?
Right.
And so I was like, let me go back to school. And, I wanted to do like, aesthetics, skincare, not makeup, not hair, but like do facials. And so far it's been the coolest freaking thing ever. I love it. I'm proud of myself. I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I really do. I feel like God has me right where I'm supposed to be. But in order for me to like succeed and go farther in this direction, I had to get rid of my ex-husband. Like I could never have had what I have now while using, or like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do to get where I'm supposed to be. I hope. I hope.
Jesus Christ, man.
I know.
That's crazy shit. Now, did he find out you were doing that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, I told him. Oh, yeah. I told you, no secrets with Kat. I'm not a liar. I don't keep secrets. Like, if you don't approve of it or you don't like it, that's totally fine. But I'm not going to lie about it.
Yeah.
I can't deal with all that.
How did he cope with it?
He did some of it with me.
Oh, shit.
I think he did fine. I think he coped with it fine.
Yeah. I always,
I mean, it was okay for our relationship. I actually think if anything, I feel like we were probably in a really good spot when we were doing that. I mean, I thought it certainly was okay for us. But that was not, we had other things that were issues. That was the least of our worries.
Oh, shit. Now, you just upped and just stopped doing it.
Yeah.
It just kind of faded out.
Well, I was like, okay, if I want to really be taken seriously in the skincare industry, I should probably not do both.
Yeah. Here's my
right.
Here's my website for my.
I know, and it's like it's bad that I can't be both. Right? That is not fair that I can't have both, but I can't.
No,
realistically, you can't do both. No one would take me seriously. Even though I have a degree and I went to school and I graduated and I passed it, like I earned my, where I'm at, but no one would. I just don't think anyone would take me seriously.
Yeah, it's funny because I have friends and stuff. They're all like, "Man, this shit don't pan out. I'm going to fucking
Yeah, yeah.
OnlyFans. I'm going to do OnlyFans." I'm like,
Well,
I
but
don't know, dude.
well, I'll tell you though, these people that are on there who are making millions, they're working for it. They're not just sitting. I mean, they are working their butt off for it.
Yeah,
They are.
it's not a 9 to 5 job
No,
neither.
and they're all night long, all day. I mean, they are definitely not taking a break. And that was another thing. I was like, how am I going to continue this with my kids? Because like I was stay at home mom.
Now, is it just strictly sexual shit, or is there other
I
shit
don't,
too?
I don't know anybody who gets on OnlyFans for like. Have you ever seen anybody promote their business on OnlyFans? That I don't know. The whole
No.
thing's weird to me. Like,
Yeah.
why would you go on there for anything other than
Right.
sex?
That's crazy, man. That's fucking nuts.
So I don't know. I guess I've seen people. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
But so now I'm just kind of focused on like how can I want to like travel and do some skincare, like, continue my education, and all that stuff's expensive. So I'm just
How's that going now that you've finished school?
So it's going really well. I had my mom help me decorate my suite. I have a whole suite off Lake Mary Boulevard.
Nice.
2500 West Lake Mary Boulevard.
Shout out.
Sunflowerskinbycat.com to book. No, and I have I do microneedling, chemical peels, dermaplaning. I did extra courses. I got to get peel certified, microneedle certified. I mean, I did a lot of stuff. I paid a lot of money, and I went to school. I mean, I did a lot of stuff. It was like half online and half in class, and
Yeah.
my kids would go to daycare while I'd go to school, and I'd study. I mean, I met some wonderful girls in there, and I love like where I'm at right now. I just want to get better and make more money, and
well, that's good though.
yeah, I
mean,
feel like I'm in a really good spot. I'm happy.
Shit,
I
man.
finally,
Well,
I'm happy.
Yeah. No, that's the plus thing of everything.
Yeah.
You can't dwell on the past.
No, absolutely
You got to
not.
push yourself harder and
Yes.
and get yourself to a point where you're going to mentally start feeling better about yourself and
Absolutely.
the things that you're going to do. And especially if you have kids.
Absolutely.
I mean,
my kids have seen me on really awful days, and my kids have seen me they've seen, especially my oldest. She's only 6, but I mean, her dad is not in the picture at all, and so her and I, she's seen me grow up. I've grown up. They've grown up with me, and like
right.
I want my kids to see like that I've tried things that I wanted to try, that I wasn't afraid to take risks, and to like I want them to have real life experiences, like
Yeah.
because that's like this world now is not this is a very different world than it was.
Yeah. Well, for me growing up, I'm Generation X. I grew up where we went outside and we
Yeah.
played until the street lights came on.
I know,
We would contact our parents, but we were outside all damn day. Not today. The kids today,
Oh my God.
there's a screen stuck to their face. They're doing this, they're doing that. And I try to be a good dad and push my kids to do certain things.
Absolutely.
This summer we have plans, my wife and I.
Well, I know you always did the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we do the scout
I know
stuff.
that's awesome. Like
yeah,
I love that.
My son and daughter both are in that.
Yeah,
My
I
son
love
just
that.
crossed over from Weeblos into Boy Scouts. So
he's like a man now.
Exactly, and he's super excited about it because like
Aw.
there was a point to where he was getting tired of wanting to go.
Okay.
It's because there's a lot more younger kids, and
He's grown up.
He's 11. He's at that age, but my son is built like a brick shit
Yeah.
house. I mean, he's huge. He's as tall as my wife.
Yeah.
Wears the same size shoe. I mean,
How do they get like?
I don't know. It seems like yesterday I was holding him
I
in
know.
one arm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I have spent so much time being miserable in these relationships and having kids with people that don't make me happy, and I'm like the perfect family right now for me is me and my 3 kids, and me working and them watching me do it by myself, as best as I can. And that's like, what better thing to teach your kids, like to just go against the grain and like, but no, this world now is definitely, I mean, I'm like terrified about everything. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot more to worry about.
I worry about my kids too.
Yeah.
I worry about a lot of the things, and I watch I'm online so much, just like referencing things
Sure.
and looking things up, or I'm watching the news. I'm trying to find out what's going, and all the shit that is happening around the world, it scares the living shit out of me, because I all I want to do is just put my kids in a bubble to protect them
Sure.
from anything and everything. But I
But what are
also
we?
I can't do that, because they have to learn
Yep.
also for themselves.
Hmm. And it's hard. Like even my 6 year old's going into therapy right now, and I'm like, she's only 6, but I feel like it's going to prepare her greatly for being able to handle her emotions and all the stuff just with her father not being around and
Hmm.
stuff. I'm like, what kind of mom would I be if I wouldn't offer her
Yeah, I mean,
help?
maybe
I
she
mean,
doesn't. Maybe there are things like she does want to let out, but she doesn't want to tell you.
oh,
But
of
maybe
course.
she'll feel safer telling it to somebody else.
Yeah,
You
or
know,
she's a really she's been through a lot. I mean, she's seen a lot. She's and so I just am like I want to offer my kids the best.
right?
And therapy ain't cheap either.
Oh
Therapy,
no,
I mean, holy cow.
especially
Therapy's
out
not.
of pocket shit, man. Eh,
I think I
fuck it.
got lucky and found someone that takes her insurance, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed. But
that's
all that stuff, I mean, it costs money to do everything. Everything's expensive and nothing's safe. I mean, it's like it's
yeah. Man, it's just it's wild. I I don't know. When I went to school, you could eat anything. You
I
could take
know.
anything to lunch with you. Now, they send home notes like you can't bring nuts to
Yeah,
school.
River told me I
You
had an
can't have
Oreo in her lunchbox. She said she got in trouble at in the lunchroom for having an Oreo.
really.
Yeah. I was like, what?
I know my son. I so what was it? Right after Halloween, the little mini Snicker bites.
They're so good.
So I put like one or two in my son's lunch bag.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to have candy.
Well, so maybe I don't. What is
I
that?
don't know. I pack Oreos, and we buy those little packages
It
where
was
there's
just
like,
like one, like in the little bento box. So like the little part where she could have a snack, like I
yeah,
put the
yeah,
fruit and the chips but something fun,
right.
like
Well, yeah, I usually buy my kids like the little 2-pack ones. Like you
yeah,
can buy them in a box, and then you
yeah,
just throw them in the lunch, and they have like 2 cookies in
yeah.
there. Yeah,
I didn't think
and
I know. I'm like, what the hell?
I can't
Whatever.
see fucking Oreos being bad.
What was I? I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Well, I can't remember. You said something about the news. I was on the news recently. I with this guy on Reinhardt. This guy in a semi. Did you see that?
No.
Dude, he was okay. So this guy was driving a semi and started having a seizure across, and I could see him violently shaking driving the semi. And he starts coming across all lanes of traffic, and me and this guy got out of the car and like got on the semi and started banging on the window to try to get him to. I mean, he was completely unresponsive. It was really crazy. Um, no one, of course, Philly, no one except me and this guy tried to help. Everyone sat
No
there.
shit.
And that's what, so I don't know I don't know what happened, but somehow I got a video of me, got on next door, like the app,
Hmm.
and then, so then the news came to my house and because it was crazy. Like this guy was completely unresponsive, having a medical emergency. No one was helping him. Everyone was yelling at me for being in the middle of the way. I was like, wow, we're really, we're really doing all this right now.
No shit.
I hear he's okay though.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But no, I mean, he just had a straight seizure driving a semi.
Damn.
And that's another thing too. You wake up every day and you don't really know what's going to happen.
No, you don't.
Um, you just really don't know.
Nope. I just my big thing is I'm going to be 50 this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's scary because like I've had some medical issues this last year,
Yeah.
and I ended up waking up in the middle of the night. I think it was like maybe 12:30, and I said to my wife, I said, I'm going to the hospital. I don't feel right. She's like, what's the matter? I was like, I don't know. My whole left side of my body just feels weird. So they went and they checked me for a heart attack, and it ended up being some type of very light, mild stroke.
Wow. And didn't your friend pass away? You had a friend pass away recently?
A couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
It's just
Man, yeah, man. So that was one of the roughest things I ever went through,
I
because
know.
I was the
Yeah.
one that found them. I was the one when I walked in his door, and I'm the one that found them. I'm the one that did CPR. I pushed
Yeah, that'll
and
change.
pushed,
See, that'll
and
change
yeah,
you when
yeah,
you actually see somebody really go like possibly die or die.
yeah,
It makes you feel differently about taking care of your health, and that's another
yeah.
thing. Like I feel I'm much more, when I had Hep C or I had, I'm much more careful. Like, I don't want to die. I don't want to be unhealthy.
Hmm.
I want to live long and take care of myself. And you're not going to be able to do that drinking and drugging for the
No.
rest of your life.
I mean, I even cut back on all my drinking. Like, okay,
Well, you have to.
my
That
wife
stuff
and
will
I,
kill
we
you
went
too.
out yesterday for a little while, but we just did a cruise, and we bought the drink package on the
Yeah,
cruise.
yeah,
But
it's a cruise.
but the thing is, it's like we didn't drink
Yeah,
heavy. We
some
didn't.
people,
There was
man.
no hangovers. There was no
Yeah,
nothing. Things like
that's
that.
how I
But
am. I'll have like a glass of wine at night.
but it
That's it.
doesn't just cover your alcohol. It covers like if you wanted a Coke
Oh,
or some type of fountain drink or something like that. Because if you don't buy any of that, they charge you for every single thing.
I've never been on a cruise.
The only thing you can drink is like orange juice, apple juice, and milk.
I'll have my
you know?
fifth orange juice of
You
the
know?
day, please.
Yeah, man, it's not even that. You know what I mean? It's not like orange drink from
Yeah,
McDonald's or some shit.
I've
But
never been on a cruise.
yeah, it's nice. We went to the Bahamas, and then we went to Nassau. We went to Senior Frogs, hung out for a little while. Then we
Aww.
shot back onto the boat, and then we did the next day. We were at the private island,
Yeah, I
so
need
which
to
is
do that.
nice. Which is really, really cool. It was too windy and fucking cold for the water, so
Really?
we all sat at like a little
This was
bar.
recently?
Yeah, this was
Oh,
2 weeks ago.
hell yeah.
Yeah, and it was worth it. And it wasn't just my wife and I, but she does the LLs, the vintage pinup stuff.
Oh.
So her and all the LLs,
Oh, how cute.
bunch of them
Yeah.
went, and then it was like bring your, you can bring your significant other. So I was the significant
Oh.
other, and then I went on, but I knew a lot of people, and
How
but
fun.
it was nice. There was the what is it? We so you it was Thursday to Sunday. Friday
See, that's
is
perfect.
yeah. So
That's
Friday
perfect.
is like the dress up night. So which was really cool. So like you get dolled
And
up,
like
and,
the
and my
older,
yeah,
yeah.
my wife is wearing like one of these really badass
Well,
dresses.
you guys do that well.
Yeah, and I wore really nice dress slacks and a really
Fun.
nice shirt and stuff. I was going to wear a tie, but she's like, "Nah, you don't need to wear a tie," so I didn't wear a tie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turned out really fucking cool, and we had a blast, man. And it was just nice to get away from all the shit because of everything we've gone through these last 6 months, and things like that. And she really needed this, and it was just it was great just to see her be herself, be dolled up, and enjoy her time. I mean, we had such a blast.
People don't realize how moms, whether your kids are older or younger. I mean, dads too, of course, but moms are definitely they need a break.
Yeah.
We need a break. Really bad.
She works her ass off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. She does work her ass off, and I don't mind taking care of a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Because she honestly she busts her ass. She gets early every morning. She leaves the house by 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
She's on the road. She gets to work. She does her things at work, and it's crazy. But she has such a good group of people she works with that are like family
That's really
also,
nice.
and
That's really nice. You have to have support in every part of your life. You have to, like whether it's family, friends, and some family being incredibly toxic. Like I mean, not just because they're blood doesn't mean that they're.
Oh, I know that feeling, man.
Jeez.
Oh God. I've had family rob my own fucking house and tried to sell my shit back to me.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, yeah. Or people like I was thinking about what they say sometimes when people like will steal something from you and then help you look for it. And you're like, yeah, you're
oh, I found it over here.
Yeah.
Right where you
Sure
fucking stashed
did.
it, cocksucker.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah. But it's crazy. Yeah, like they fucking robbed my house. They took the air conditioner out of my window, come in through the window.
Yeah, I've seen.
Went into my bathroom, went through my jewelry box, took all my gold.
I love
and
when
everything.
people show their true colors.
Oh.
Just show me who But like, I just have to start listening. That's my problem. It's not a problem. This is actually a good quality of mine, but it ends up not being is. Like I'll if I love somebody or I spend time, like if I really love you, I'm there. Like I'm not dipping on you. I'm certainly not like, and it comes with like a toxic loyalty to it because I feel, especially if you have kids or something, like I feel like it's hard for me to let go. Like, and I feel like that's a good quality, but not
right.
So even with family, like lately, I've had some people show me their true colors recently, and it's been it's hard. It's very hard for me. I've been very disappointed in a
The
lot
wor-
of people recently.
the
To be
worst is
honest.
like when you do things for other people
I do too much for other people.
and you've never done anything to them, and you've supported them, you've done things for them,
They just shit on you.
and then it's just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Well,
for
you would
to
never
treat me
do that.
like this?
Yeah, you would never do that. And that's what makes it different. I have to learn, like, I'm comparing myself to people that I would never do to people what some people have done to me. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
But now, good thing is I do spend more time with high quality. I mean, I used to spend time with not such high quality people, but nowadays, for the most part, I don't really have. I try to keep my circle pretty small.
Exactly.
You kind of have to.
You have to nowadays, and it's sad to say that.
It is sad, man.
Especially like myself. I'm a very I like to be out and about. I'm
Sure.
a very personal person. I love talking to people, meeting new people.
Yes, me too.
I'm not an attention whore. It's just I just like to meet people and talk to people. I want to hear your story. I want to hear their story.
It's cathartic to build relationships and have friendships. I mean, isn't that what life's about? But no, you really can't trust many people anymore.
No.
It kind of goes back to what we were talking about with like how the world is right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone's just mentally ill or stressed or maybe all of the above.
Does the world need a giant Xanax? You know what I mean? To calm down.
Yes, we all need another stimulus check without the pandemic. We all just need a nice little. Yeah, don't even fucking get me started. Everyone who knows me knows how I feel about that bullshit.
Yeah, I don't.
There are people who've literally lost their jobs and their lives over that.
Oh yeah, it put a fucking hell of a damper on my business.
Oh, I know. I remember we've talked about it before.
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, it put a fucking wallop on me. I mean, because they shut us shut us down for.
Remember,
8 months.
They told you couldn't work. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
And everyone just went along with it.
Oh,
everybody getting shots and not working, and I'm like, what the?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just.
That was a wild time.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, seriously. And,
we're all recovering from that.
Not only that, my wife, she was what did they call the people that were necessary to work? They had a name. I forget what the fuck they called it, but she had to carry a paper in her car in case she got pulled over. Essential. She was an essential worker.
Do you hear this? God, it's like when you talk about it years later, it sounds like, so fucking not okay. Like, that's so illegal.
Yeah.
That is so illegal.
It's just like you had to drive around with this paper in your car in case you got pulled over. Like, why are you out on the road? Well, I have to go to work.
Yeah.
What do you mean you got to go to work? Nobody's supposed to, but she sells products that are out and about. Like, she works for a major company and sells that stuff, so that's what she did. And it was nuts. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for her continuously working,
oh yeah,
we would have been screwed. We probably would have lost our house.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, now, and yeah, so everybody's recovering from all that, or trying to. And it's been, I mean, even just when I bought my property out in Geneva, I mean, I didn't even realize. I knew I would have stayed there, obviously, if my husband and I were together. I'm not trying to be out there by myself, but it, with property taxes and everything, I mean, we're all just, I feel like I'm drowning sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna let anybody judge me for doing OnlyFans or whatever. And like now having what I would say a big girl job.
Big girl job.
That's what I've always wanted my whole life. I wanted a big girl job.
So you got a big girl job now.
This is a big girl job.
So you got a big girl job with a big girl suite.
Yeah. Yes.
And your own business.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic, though. You're taking those steps to improve not just your life, but your children's.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure as time goes on and things start to generate and get better for you, your kids are going to look at you and be like, you know what, Mom? You did a fucking great job.
I hope so, Philly, because sometimes I really do feel like the worst mom ever.
I think every parent feels like that. I mean,
what do they say? If you're not a good parent, you wouldn't even think about stuff. Like, if you weren't a good parent, you wouldn't even care to think about being a good parent.
So, for instance, like, it's not that we spoil our kids, but we try and give them the very best that we can give them, right? Exactly. But also, too, we can't constantly give them everything that they want because it's not healthy.
No.
So,
but that balance is so hard.
We had an issue with my son the other day can I get this? No, you cannot. Well, why can't? Because we just bought you something.
Yeah.
That is on. It hasn't been released yet. So we spent the $40 on a video game that's not released yet.
Are those
But
the
it'll
things that the 11-year-olds like? No.
it'll be released in April. You'll have it, but I'm not giving you another $50 for another game.
So he has to wait.
Yeah, and he still has to
Oh.
work it off. So it's just like you're not
Good
getting
for
it for
you.
free.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm like, no. And then my daughter, she got all bent out of shape and butt hurt because, my wife did a bunch of stuff with them on Saturday. I came down here, I did a podcast, hung out at the shop for a while,
Yeah.
Things like that. Well, yesterday, can we do something? Everything she wants to do costs money, and it's like we can't spend money every single freaking day.
Yeah.
To do that.
Well, you easily could, but we could.
Yeah.
But we're not going to.
Exactly.
I'm working with River now on like a chore. I have a chore chart, say that 3 times fast, that we hung up, like a big one about just like basic stuff, like cleaning up after herself, because we're now going backwards and we need to, we've kind of lost our routine a little bit with the move. We're trying to get back to a better routine. They're more structure. Kids need structure.
Oh, they do. We've done that too. We've done the whole chore chart thing.
Yeah.
We've done, my wife did this thing. It was just like, okay, you knock this out, you put one of these wooden nickels in a jar, and we had them with
I like
initials
that.
on them.
Oh, I like that.
So, my daughter had her initial on one coin. My son had an initial on that coin.
I like that.
And they were worth $1 a piece.
And
so
then by the end of the week, I like
we
that.
would empty out the jar and we'd count them up, and it worked for like 2 weeks.
No, it's got to work longer than that.
Exactly. But it didn't. And,
Don't say that.
It's just one of those things. We did the whole chore chart. My wife bought one of those magic like
dry erase boards.
Yeah, the black ones you put on the fridge.
This is everything I fucking done. So I should just return
and then there's like little circles that you could check when you've done something. You do a mark, and that lasted for a couple months.
It's like the kids know what to do. They know what to do.
Yeah.
They just need to do it, and you have to figure out how to talk to them and communicate with them.
Oh yeah.
To do it. And for me, I struggle because I do get angry sometimes. A lot of the time. I mean, I'm not like a gentle parenting. They talk about gentle. Yeah. I'm not a gentle parent. Yeah. I mean, not really. I don't exude like gentleness, really.
I'm nowhere near what my mom was as a parent, but I'm a pretty stern parent.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a wooden spoon type of dad, but I'll take my belt off and snap it.
Absolutely.
And I'm like,
yeah.
And they fucking, no.
Yeah. No, I mean.
But it's funny when I do it, my kid will be like, oh, shit.
He's serious.
He's like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Like he says to me one day, he's like, Dad, is there anything I can do to make some money? I said, yeah.
Oh, good job. Oh, yeah, plenty you can do.
Some dog shit in the backyard. I'm not picking up dog shit. I'm like, dude, I'll give you $1 a pile.
Really? Oh,
and he's like, no. I'm like,
I want a dog so bad. We've like fostered a few here and there, but I've got to get like the kids. There's too many kids. They either need to get a little older, or we need to get a really small baby.
That's what my wife wants, a little tiny.
Stop it! I really do. I'm not gonna lie. I really do.
She sends me fucking pictures.
You should just do it.
No,
you have to do it.
We've got 2 cats, a bird, a dog.
I know, but what's one more?
What's one more? I don't want another fucking dog shitting in the house.
I know.
My dog doesn't shit in the house, but those little dogs, man,
they're very hard to train. So I've heard. I want like a 4-pound dog, like a dachshund, or like a little 4-pound dachshund.
Yeah, be careful with those dogs.
Why, they have back problems?
Bad back problems.
They're so cute.
Oh, they are.
Just so
little
cute.
wiener dogs.
I know, they're so cute.
You get them like the little hot dog costume.
Well, River, she really wants a freaking cat, but I'll tell you, I
love cats.
Really?
Yeah, I love cats.
You think I should try? I've never had a cat, and I don't know how to. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what to do with a cat, but it's not that someone would just need to tell me.
Yeah.
What do you do with a cat,
You rescue one.
Yeah.
First. Don't go buying an animal. You go rescue one.
Of course. We've always done that.
Yeah. And a lot of times when you rescue an animal, they'll give you all the shots and things like that on the animal. But
so you're telling me I could go rescue a cat now and leave that bitch in my house tomorrow, and it wouldn't like destroy anything? Like
no.
It would know what to do in my house?
Yeah, you put a litter box.
See, that's fucking crazy to me. How does it
Cats
know?
are awesome, man.
Really?
Some people are really freaked out by them. I love cats.
You see those scary cat videos, though?
Dude, that's all I watch.
They're
videos.
so crazy. I don't want one of
they'll
those.
let you know when they're pissed off, like when you leave something on the table and like, you see this shit, boom, and
Well,
then
someone
fucking
told me
knock.
because I was like, I really want my animal to sleep with me. Like I want my animal to sleep with me, and they were like, well, be careful what you wish for because those cats will sleep like on your head or
They sleep above your head.
it's kind of
Stash sleeps above
okay
my
with that.
wife's head.
I'm okay with that.
They'll come up and like Jerry, my cat, I got an orange cat I rescued when it was a kitten. I found him outside in the bush and I took him home because I didn't want a fucking hawk or an eagle swooping down and grabbing him.
That would be rough.
You know, but he's got some siblings out and about outside too.
What?
Yeah. So like, and it's so funny because you could tell Jerry has like this round hair patch and it's like a circle on the side of him. And like, if you drive down my street, people drop cats off in our neighborhood all the fucking time. And we have a lady down the street who goes out every day and feeds the cats.
No, they're not going anywhere now.
And so Jerry has a couple brothers and sisters. Well, I know the mother and father of Jerry passed away and shit like that.
That's so sad.
It is. It truly is. But
fuck?
he's got siblings out there, and I see them. They come up around the house and stuff like that, and it's
they
so
must
funny.
Know.
Jerry, you'll sit at the window in the kitchen and look out, and the other one's looking at him like, "Bitch, you got a home. You got a home."
Yeah, go ahead, leave,
But
see what happens.
He is such a cool cat, so he'll come
Fuck,
up.
All right, well,
he'll come up and lay next to me on the bed, and he'll flip his head and flop, and then he puts his arm up, and he wants me to pet his underarm. So I do that.
I mean, they sound cute. Realistically, I probably could really use a cat, like a more calm animal. I always go for the rambunctious beagle puppies, and I'm like, fucking I just can't handle it.
Erica got me a shirt made for Christmas, and it's got a picture of Jerry on it, my cat, and it's in a circle, right? And it says, "This human belongs to this cat." You know.
See, I'm gonna end up being a crazy fucking cat lady. No,
that's my wife. She's like, "I'm the crazy." I'm like, "Nah," but yeah.
So we've gone from heroin to drugs to parenthood to OnlyFans to aesthetic school to big girl jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
but it's good to see. Yeah. It's good to see that you've overcome this stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
And you're pushing yourself now. And
thank you.
I'm glad to see
Thanks,
that.
Philly. Thank you.
Seriously, because I would hate to see you relapse and fall into a hole.
Well, I almost did, dude.
After everything you've gone through right now,
I know.
and everything that you're going through, but now you have to look at that foundation of what you're building now.
Absolutely.
Just remember, I believe in God. I'm not super spiritual, but I believe in God and whatnot. But like, you just got to remember, if you have faith, have that faith, build that foundation. You got your kids, just focus it for them.
I will say it's super crazy because Tyler and we got baptized together, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were going, it was kind of when things were starting to, I wasn't quite sure what was going on. I knew his mental health. I knew he was a different person than when I met him. I could tell that he was not right in the head 100%. And we got baptized together. And sometimes, so after we got baptized, I thought like that it would be I thought I would wake up every day feeling really like angelic and at peace. And no, man, I mean, the devil started really tempting. I mean, my entire marriage fell apart after we got baptized. Things went really bad for us, but I actually feel like God really, I feel like God baptized, like
everything
kind of
happens
just,
for a reason.
It does. Like, I feel like all of that happened to bring me to this place, as I kind of said before, but it was crazy. I mean, I really had my baptism experience was wild. I mean, within that day, right after I was being tempted, because it's in the Bible where, when Jesus was baptized and then he walked into the forest, I think it was like 30. I mean, I could be a little bit wrong, but for the most part, I know I'm right. It's like a 30-day thing in the forest where he was tempted by the devil every day. After he was, baptized. And so it's like that's a real thing. But I know God's real and I know he's got my back, but sometimes I just got to talk to him a little more. Yeah. He reveals himself to those who seek them and seek him. And sometimes I forget to reach out to him instead of lose my mind. Take a second and pray.
I was raised Catholic.
I think I remember you told me
and then all my friends went to Catholic school. My sister went to a Catholic school. My mom couldn't afford for two of us to go to Catholic school. So my sister went. It was a lot of money. And from what I hear today, it's a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And so as time went on through my life and stuff like that, I decided to go back to church, and I did that. So we found a really cool church up in
Yeah.
Michigan, and I ended up getting baptized Christian.
Yeah.
And it's just everybody has their own outlook on
Sure,
things,
of
you know,
course.
and it's just I felt being baptized older and realizing
What was happening,
is
same.
a totally different thing.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Actually
know,
understanding what,
yeah. Because
absolutely.
like when raised Catholic, you're baptized as a baby.
Yeah.
You know, they're wiping away sins. What kind
What
of
kind of sins does a baby have?
Exactly.
I'm with you on that, man.
Yeah. So I don't know, but everybody's, I don't preach God. I'm not a preacher. I'll say some prayers every now and then. I don't get too,
Sure.
Bible thumping,
No.
but I'll read a few things here and there. And I actually carry a devotional,
Yeah.
in my bag and whatnot.
Whatever works
so,
for you,
Yeah.
But you got to believe in something. I mean, that's what they said in NA. You got to believe something, Kat, other than your damn self. You got to believe in something. And I'm like, really? Because I don't believe in anything right now. I'm so miserable. But you do the work, he'll show up.
Yeah. And there's I don't know. It's just one of those things, man.
Yeah,
it truly is.
It's a very unique experience.
It is.
Religion.
So you guys got baptized. Shit went south.
Shit went south. Real south. And we've just been trying to make it work ever since. And it's just never going to work.
No shit.
So now he has his own place. I have my own place. And I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, that's like a to be continued. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. But we are in no way, shape, or form together.
Damn.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, but it'll be okay. It will be okay.
Now that your business is going, how's that going?
Okay, so business is great. I was gonna say, definitely. I mean, if anybody needs a facial, I'm down for it. No, I love it. I really do. Like yesterday, me and my friend, we met up, and she gave me a facial. I gave her one. And so now it's just a matter of building my clientele.
Yeah.
Advertising. I have my website, and it's just one thing at a time. Doing a small business is not for the weak.
No, it takes time.
It takes time.
Yeah.
And so every day I just try to do one more thing towards where I want to be, towards a goal and so far I'm like really pleased with how things are going.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really am.
What are your goals now?
Let's see.
For this.
Okay, so my goals for my business would be, I was actually talking about this yesterday. So I want to take 4 clients a day. That's like right now, like I want to be able to get to a place where I can have 4 clients a day. That sounds like nothing, but it is kind of like I'm talking consistently 5 days a week, 4 clients a day. That's a goal. And I want to also, there's like a farmer's market around that I want to set up a tent for, like where you can put out some products and maybe at some point look into like also doing the tattooing with the freckles. Have you ever heard that's a kind of cosmetic tattooing, but not like eyebrows and stuff, but I was thinking like freckles.
Right.
Tattooing freckles. Some people, I don't know. I thought that would be so fun.
I'm not sure on the regulations on that stuff, but
I
I've
know
heard
you have to get a tattoo license
and a cosmetology license.
But I don't have. I mean, that's what I have. I have a facial expert license. I mean,
right.
It's an aesthetics license.
I know, like liner and
I don't know too much about it, but I want to.
I'm just a basic tattoo artist. I'm not into all that.
Has everyone seen my back? It's not basic.
But I'm not one into doing the cosmetic tattooing. I know there's money to be made in it.
Yeah, no.
And I've seen people. I know I've had calls left and right, and I
Really?
know people that have gone through reconstructive surgery for breast, and I'll give. Hey, do you guys do reconstructive tattoo?
Or like the tattooing?
Of areolas and nipples and things like. I'm like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
And it's just
I was
things.
thinking if I could do either, because I don't want to do microblading or anything, but just tattooing freckles or tooth gems or I don't know, something else to add on. But my goal right now is just get clientele, retain clients, do the right thing, have fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
It'll keep you busy.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic, man.
And then maybe when River gets older, she can maybe, go into it or. Yeah. And my dad's in Germany for a whole year at a military base right now. So it's just me and my mom, and I've got all the time to I have her help. And so it's It's a good. We're in a good spot. Like
He's over there
life's
drinking
good.
that real beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was. Yeah.
Das Boot,
We were.
baby,
Yes. We.
Das
Did you
Boot.
see? We were drinking out of the boot at the German restaurant in Sanford.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that
were.
place is badass,
Yeah.
man.
Before he left, we all went and did the Das Boot. It was so cool.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. But that's awesome though that
Thank
you got good,
Philly.
strong parents to help you
I
get
do.
through
Thank God for my family.
this shit now, man. And I like I said, I've never
for a while.
I've never understood the whole like how did you get hooked type thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like one of those things. It's,
I know.
I've never been there, you know.
It was progressive,
and it's like
but
you
yeah.
hear people and some of the stories, but the thing is like, what the fuck possessed you to do heroin? Like, why? Like
the feelings, man. It felt well at first. It
what
felt.
do they call it? Chasing the dragon.
Well, yeah. At first, fuck yeah, absolutely. But it doesn't. It doesn't last.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And then you're chasing something you'll never find again, and that's the problem because you're just looking for something that's just not. It's not going to be. It's not in. That's not. It's the solution's not in there. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You're chasing something, but it's feelings. It's feelings, man. It's crazy, but I just didn't want to feel.
Yeah.
I was angry and I was just ready to not deal and not grow up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to grow up.
God.
You know?
It's like a fucking Toys R Us commercial.
I know.
I don't want to grow up, man. I want to be a Toys R Us kid forever.
But now it's just like you said, I got to be a good mom. I want to be a good mom.
Yeah.
And I am a good mom, so.
You'll get there and your business will succeed and you just get,
Thank you.
everything takes time.
Absolutely.
Nothing happens overnight.
No.
And and I've known people and I'm one of those type of people where it's like when I want something done, I want it done yesterday.
Sure.
But I know it's going to take time and I'm not going to.
Well, you can't rush it.
No.
You can't rush it. And I'm perfectly fine being humble. Like I recognize that I'm new in this industry and I just graduated. I'm perfectly fine being in this place. Like I will earn my way up just like everybody else does.
Yeah, that's how it was when I started tattooing, man. I started from.
You didn't start off as good as you are now.
I started. I remember the very beginning. Like I asked my mom for a job. She owned a tattoo shop, and she said no.
Shut up! I didn't know that.
Yeah, she said no, and I'm like, damn. And she's like,
I'm gonna do it myself then.
Not until I know you can lay down a good, clean tattoo.
I didn't know that your mom.
My mom owned a tattoo shop for 13 years on the boardwalk in Wildwood, New Jersey.
That is fucking awesome.
It was a seasonal town.
That is awesome.
And it was a cool little spot, and it was busy, and it was.
And you wanted to work there.
Yeah, I wanted to work
there.
there.
No.
And she said no. But it pushed me. So every week,
I like it. I like that story.
Before cell phone pictures and shit like that, I had a camera, and I would take pictures of every tattoo,
and just try to redo it.
And I would take them, I get them developed, and I put them in an envelope.
And stencil it.
No, I would take pictures of the tattoos that I did, and I would put them in an envelope, and I would mail them to my mom to look at my work every couple of weeks. She would get a little envelope full of fucking tattoos that I did. I'm like, hey, what do you think it is? The following year, I got a job.
Shut up.
Yep.
I love that story. You should tell that story. I love that.
It was cool, man, because that year I ended up working for my mom. I worked my ass off. I got to where I wanted to go, and it was so fucking crazy because I made $25,000 in the first summer. In my first summer tattooing. But I was smart. I was smart about it. So I had my mom take taxes out.
Yep.
So this way, because it was only a seasonal job. So at the end of the season, I could collect unemployment and shit like that.
Fucking hustler.
And I lived off of just tip money. I didn't spend my paycheck. I banked everything. I saved all my fucking money.
I would love to be a tattoo artist, but it's just not. I'm just going to receive them.
Yeah. Just get them. I don't know. I hate getting them now. They fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not hear me screaming the last 5 tattoos we've done? I've been in pain. I mean, it's just awful. Like I never have I numbed anything, but this last few,
I don't know. All the spots I got left, man, are like the sensitive spots. And I'm like, fuck that, dude. I'm done. Tissues are done, man. But yeah.
Okay, well, it's good to know that it's not just me because you really do get older, and that shit's like I used to sit on a fucking couch and just let someone, I was gonna say rail. Excuse me.
What the fuck? But yeah, so We would I don't
Yeah,
know. Shit just hurts now, man.
yep,
You
it
know,
does.
so
It does.
I don't know. Your skin gets thinner. Your
Well,
mindset isn't.
I'm ready for my bunny. I told you about Jelly Roll and Bunny.
Yeah,
Everyone knows about Jelly Roll and Bunny. You know about
yeah.
Jelly Roll. Bunny has a little cross right here. That's what we're gonna do next.
Oh, so you want to be like somebody else?
Yes, I want to be just like her.
Oh my
I,
god.
I love her. Shout out to Bunny. She has a podcast too. You know,
Oh yeah, I know.
Dumb Blonde.
Yep, I've listened to
Get
it.
it?
Yeah, she's good people, man.
Yep.
Yep, real good people. But yeah, Kat, thanks so much for coming
Thank
in
you
today and hanging out.
guys.
And
Thanks, Philly.
I'll put your website and your links and everything like that
Yeah,
in the
guys,
description.
definitely come
So,
see me.
yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.